make you so special? Why did he bless you? Think about it. I woke up this morning. Got a smile when I say that shit. I woke up this morning.
Cool. So we are live for episode, I don't even know what episode this is, it doesn't matter. But with episode whatever, with Colby Nicholson.
What's going on?
Just chilling. We got this awesome mic here. This is the techiest episode I've had yet.
Yeah, brought my little mic. Brought my mic, you know. It's gonna be a good podcast. I'm excited for it. I can't believe you didn't have a mic, man. Your audio is really good.
Well, it's this right here, which is the way I see these things is like something like people keep in their like. I don't see like these things as like something like a psychopath would keep in their pocket to like document their day. Like she's walking down the like you know.
Yes, it's like some guy walking to their work. They're like, oh, they're just taking notes as they're going.
Yeah,
that's crazy. It's like you're a reporter almost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just throw it in people's face.
No, that's cool though. It's really good audio, honestly. It's a lot better than I was expecting. I didn't even know. I thought it was the camera audio.
Nope.
When I first came down here, so cool.
Yeah, it's done better than I thought. And I didn't buy it for a podcast originally. I originally bought it for, I told you this before, but the lavalier microphone because I wanted to do some prank videos. So I bought it like years back expecting to do that, but it serves its purpose well. So.
Definitely. Dude, that's something that we definitely have in common, though, is videos, making videos.
Absolutely.
That's how I pretty much ran into you, I think. Or I met you. I knew from our friends Zach and Devin.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, like, I saw that you made Vines and stuff, and they were talking about you one day. I was like, no way. I was like, dude, I like to make Vines. This is back when Vine was kind of, like, still a thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, and you were in one of my classes. And I was
we were in film. We were in film, ironically.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, I gotta talk to that dude. I want to make some Vines. So I think I somehow ran into you. I said, "What's up, bro? You make Vines?"
I do, yeah.
And then we ended up linking up. We made a Vine actually.
Yep.
You tagged me in it the other day.
Yep.
That's funny. That was a good Vine.
The Chainsmoker song.
Yeah. Yeah. When the Chainsmokers was like super popular.
Yeah.
Dude, that song, every sorority girl ever sang like that was their song. Seriously.
That's funny.
You heard that all the time. It was funny. But yeah, dude, that was how we met him.
That is a cool like characteristic, or I guess hobby that we share. Because like we were saying, like nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like we both understand how it feels to put a lot of energy into something like this and nobody really caring. But it's not to dwell on that too much. But that's I don't know. That is cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
For the people that don't know. I have in the past made videos. Same with Jordan. Just like there's stupid, goofy little skits.
It's for fun.
Yeah,
just for fun.
Exactly. But like that stupid little sketch or whatever is, people don't realize how long that could like take. Like, dude, some of my videos have taken upwards 7 hours to do.
True.
That's just to like film it, not edit it.
Yeah, true. Good point.
Like the editing's a whole other story. And I don't know, like it's fun. Like don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's hard work, man.
It's hard work. It's time consuming, and it's like. It's almost like a form of insanity because you get no results from it, but we still just love doing it.
So often, dude. I have over like 50 YouTube videos over however many years.
No way, really?
Yeah, but like some of them have, like most of them, like my average view is probably like 30.
Yeah,
but like I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I still have a great time doing
True.
it. I'm having a blast. But like when you finally do get like a couple comments or like someone responds in a positive way, that's the best feeling.
Feels good.
It's amazing that someone like takes time out of their day to watch something you made and they enjoyed it. So like that's just cool. I like getting some credit for like the work that we put in is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like I said, I would do it without it. Like if I didn't get any.
I mean, pretty much are.
Yeah.
Just the small amount of credit that we're talking about.
Yeah, true. I don't know. Like I said, it's fun. Like I have a good time doing it regardless.
And works that creative muscle too. Like we I've gotten more creative from doing it. And I bet you would agree with that.
Yeah, dude. Like a lot of times I'll be sitting in class, and I'll just my professor would be just like lecturing away, and I would just be sitting there thinking about podcast ideas.
Yeah.
And like that, like it's like a 45-minute, 50-minute period where I don't have to really focus. I can think all in my head about I can make a podcast about this topic.
Yeah.
I can think about this. You know what I mean? That's what I do in class, at least.
Same. No, it's hilarious. It really, I've been that way my entire life. Whatever my hobby is at that moment in time is what I'm focusing on in class.
100%. It's like a routine. Like if you're in a routine of making a video a week or a podcast a week, you're gonna do that. Like that's what I think about. Like that whole week is okay. I got that video done. Now what am I gonna do next? I got 7 days to put out another piece of content. I don't know. It's just fun. I like to do it, but it's work, and I think I like the work though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's weird. Like,
is that what it's all about though? Like,
true.
I don't know about you, but like that's what scares the shit out of me about the future. I try to like not plan too much, not get too like overwhelmed by thinking about the future, but like something that does kind of frighten me when I start to like predict and like foretell the future is the thought of showing up to a job that I hate doing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That scares me.
It's
That scares
fear.
me.
And something I can add to that is, like, I just turned 22 in June. I feel like
Happy
now,
belated.
thank you. Appreciate that. But like, if I'm on Instagram, like, dude, there are kids that are 17 years old, straight living, or not. Okay, 17's a little bit young, but like, there are kids our age, like, just already doing really cool things, and like the fact that they're doing that, like, it's great for them. But like, I feel like I'm getting old because people like I don't want to say famous, but like the popular like Instagram or people or whatever are young, dude.
Yeah, they really
like,
are.
super young, and I don't want to like have to be making videos when I'm 30, I guess. Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a hard.
I
I know what you mean because that you're like, okay, well, it's kind of like you're weighing out the cost at that point. You're like, okay, this has cost me a lot of time. Is it worth the benefits? Do I want to focus more on like making money or what I'm like passionate about doing? But the only way it sucks. It sucks doing this in a way because like the only way you can keep doing it is if you gain an audience. In a way, like I mean, you could find time in your free time or whatever, but for the most part, like if you really want to like seek the benefits of doing this, you kind of have to get an audience.
You have to. Doesn't matter how good you are. Like, you could be the best or funniest guy on YouTube, but if you're getting 50 views a video,
True.
you can't live off. You can't live. That would literally probably give you like 50 cents a week.
Yeah, nothing. Well, YouTube doesn't even monetize it anymore.
But true. If you're under like 1,000 subs, you don't even get monetization.
Yeah. And then it's also like a certain amount of view time within a year.
Yeah.
Like
so that's
watch
why
hours or
everyone's
whatever.
making like 10-minute videos because they can put more ads on it and make more money. That's
True.
literally the only reason why they're doing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. But I don't know. YouTube is just getting. It's going. I almost feel like it's going downhill in a way.
I can see it.
Just because of like all this restriction. Like, you used to be able to do whatever you wanted on YouTube and monetize it and make money from it. And people that like whatever they were doing obviously had an audience, so people want to watch that. But now they can't monetize their videos, so those people are having to get real jobs and can't make the content that they want to make.
True.
Because of all these new advertising things. I don't know. It's getting weird.
Yeah, you can't really monetize, like make money strictly off monetization now. You gotta like find sponsors, or you gotta find like
A merch line or something.
Yeah, true.
So as much
Yeah,
as
merch has become very popular for that exact reason, probably.
Exactly. They make, like, a lot of people make most of their money from merch. Like, that's where they make their money. But they have a following.
Right.
But that's like one of the reasons why I'm scared. Like, I use YouTube to put all my creations on, right? But I almost, like, I want to get, like, it would be cool. Like, getting a following from, sweet. If I don't, that's okay too, because I'm like, it's not going to be a job. Like, you know how much money, or how many subs you'd have to make for that to be your full-time job, especially now.
Yeah,
you know
true.
what I mean? So that's one reason why I think school's okay, college is all right. But other than that, dude, I don't know. Like, obviously making content would be a great job, but it doesn't pay anymore.
Be the dream.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It doesn't. You can't live like a normal person could not live off a YouTube salary.
I guess it depends. Like, a lot of variables at play, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like not. It used to be like a. If you made it here, you'd be okay. But now it's like you got to be so much farther than that. Now,
Yeah, good
you know what I
point.
mean? That's what I'm
The
trying.
bar's set even higher
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
And it's just that's why I say we're older, so it's getting harder to be up there with all these guys because
Well, even to get like 50K subs would take a lot of effort. That would take a lot of effort.
Insane. I've had a channel for like 3 years. I didn't post like too frequently. I would like post mostly in the summer, which was my fault. That's like partly my reason. But I still only have like 100 subs. Like, it's so hard to grow. That's something that you've been really good at, is growing though. Like your Instagram following, your Vine following, you had like 50K at least, didn't you?
I had 40K at my best. I think whenever it like kind of died off, kind of finished off, I was about 40K.
Still, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's
that's
better
a
than I
decent
thought.
following. Yeah, I like 500. So like,
Wow.
I've never been able to grow anything. You've even grown like some Instagram accounts. Like your Instagram alone has like 10K followers, doesn't it?
that received some traffic because at the time I was running a bot on it, and I was also like converting because of Vine. Like I convert them like from Vine over to Instagram. But like I'm growing those 2 Joe Rogan accounts at the moment, and then I think that's that's it right now.
Well, still they have like 10K plus subs each, right?
Oh yeah, one's at like 77 and the other's like 14.
Damn.
I'll take it.
That's amazing. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations. I've seriously never experienced growth like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's just the marketing side.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about that one account I was talking about before, but we could do that. Like I've been looking for somebody to do that joint, and the only qualifications that nobody else has is one, just being committed to it, which obviously you have, and then 2, just being able to edit content.
Oh, I would love that.
Dude, yeah,
I would love to do that.
Hell yeah, fucking right.
I'm looking for stuff to edit all the time. I haven't edited a video. Last podcast I made, I think, was 2 weeks ago. And like I'm like itching to like make something. That sounds stupid, but I'm itching to make a new video or podcast or something. I'm so happy I'm doing this.
What have you talked about? You said you have 5 episodes so far?
Yeah, so I have a podcast called Pod the Podcast. It's only on YouTube, it's only audio, but like I put like my friend Carter, when I went to Los Angeles, I did a podcast with him, and on my Instagram stories, like all the pictures I took, I like overlaid that. So like the screen will have like all this, like my Instagram stories or like what I did throughout the week, or like I'll take like Carter's Instagram, put it on there. So it's like, it's not a video like this. This is something I lack in, but it is audio with this same mic, so it sounds decent. And I don't know, like I said, 5 episodes. I wouldn't consider that being a real podcast. I feel like that's just for fun right now, but yeah.
Well, you have a podcast right now. It's just not something you're proud of. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. No, that's correct.
Hell yeah.
That's a good example.
Well, you'll get there. Like just keep attacking with persistence, and you'll get there for sure.
I need to.
That's awesome. That's so cool, though.
Yeah, you're listening to this, and you want to be on my podcast or Jordan's podcast, hit us up. We're waiting. I would love that. That'd be incredible. But yeah, definitely I would love to edit content, 100%. I would just send it my way.
Absolutely, yeah, we'll talk about that more after.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome, because I've been looking probably the past like month almost for like somebody, because I knew I wanted to do this other account, but yeah, we'll talk about that more after.
Definitely.
Okay, so I got a story. Oh, actually, something you said in one of your videos that cracked me up, and then I'll tell you a story about what happened to me at the gym today, which pissed me off.
Okay.
So. It was something along the lines of like everything is one road, which just cracks me up. Because you're like, wait, this road connects to this road, but really, isn't it all just one road? And I was like, whoa,
dude, I can't take that credit. That's my friend Blake Ballmer. He's had that theory for like a stupid long time. And he's like told me, I'm like, dude, we have to make a video of that. And he's like, all right, dude, let's do it. So we just set up cameras in my car, and he's like, dude, there's only one road. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? There's like millions of roads. He's like, no, if you think about it, they're all connected. It's like, so it's all one big road.
That's hilarious to me. That's really funny.
Yeah, dude, that's literally his theory. I don't know where that dude comes up with some of the stuff.
I was making a turn onto a road the other day. I was like, all this really is, it's just a road with a different name that's connected to the same road. It's just one road.
Exactly. it's like how many, like we would be like hanging out, and we'd be hanging out with someone else new or something. He'd be like, just randomly asking, be like, hey man, how many roads are there? It was when we were like super young too. So like they're like, what are you talking about? And he would just go through that whole story again. I don't want to repeat myself.
Right.
But he's like been his thing for a long time. It's kind of funny.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Well, there only is one road though.
That is, yeah. I guess maybe it cuts off at certain borders, but
true. Like, okay, in like the United States and Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
United States, Canada, Mexico. Wait, maybe in South America. Can you drive to South America?
I don't know. Well, I know isn't the Panama Canal?
Yeah, can you get through that? Because if you can, then you can.
I don't know if that's a bridge or what. I've never been there or anything, or even seen. Here, I'll pull up a picture of the Panama Canal.
I don't know for sure if you can. I think that'd be crazy. I would advise driving through Mexico and South America. That's probably not the best idea, but if you can, that would be cool. 'Cause maybe a ferry takes you?
Yeah. That's what I was just about to say. That's funny you said that. Yeah. I bet there's some ferries or something along the line of that.
So you probably could drive all the way down South America.
Ooh. So it is on one road. It's just it's a road and a boat.
Exactly.
It's a road and a big boat.
You can get there in the same car.
That's all that matters,
exactly, right?
In one piece. All right, so I'll tell you I just want to say, first off, fuck Planet Fitness. Fuck Planet Fitness. Just solely for this. I like the $10 a month. That's awesome. That's cool. But it's such a snowflake, pussified gym. Like, it annoyed the fuck out of me today. And I probably shouldn't have allowed it to annoy me as much as it did. But I walked into the gym today in a cutoff. So, like, a cutoff meaning, like, I got a normal shirt, normal t-shirt, and I cut the sleeves off. Like, I did this years ago. And didn't think anything of it. And I just have my podcast playing in. Well, a different podcast, not mine. But I walk in, and the guy's like, hey, man, I'm sorry, but you can't be wearing cutoffs in here. And I'm like, you're joking, right? And I didn't think he was serious. I'm like, there's no way this guy's serious. And then, who, in a fucking gym, you can't wear... And then I'm like... You're joking. And he goes, no, I'm sorry, it's the policy or something. And I'm just like, that is so fucking stupid. Like I told you, I was kind of pissed off today. So usually I might have been like, well, why is that? Like, usually I'd probably explore, like, why is this the policy? Or could you let it slide maybe just this one time? I didn't know. But I was just pissed off this morning. So I was like, that is fucking ridiculous. And I just walked out to my car. And luckily I had another shirt. But what got me even more mad is I put on a normal shirt with sleeves. And it was my sweaty shirt that I helped my grandma move in yesterday. So it smelled like repulsive. It was such a gross smell. So I had to walk in there and I scan in. And I told him again, I'm like, that's so dumb. Like, this is stupid that's a rule. I walk in, I see like 6 guys with cutoffs. The only nuance between me and their shirts were that they like had like already, like it was bought that way. It was bought as a cutoff versus mine. I just cut it with scissors. And I was like, are you joking? Like, this is a thing?
That's stupid.
But yeah, I don't know. I just find that ridiculous. So fuck Planet Fitness for that.
That's stupid. Is that the same gym that has, like, the sirens? Like, if you drop the weights or something?
Yep.
That's dumb.
Yep.
That's stupid.
It happened to me one time.
Like, I'm not a big dude at all. Like, I wouldn't need to, like drop the weights or, like grunt or, like, whatever they do, like, when you live. You know what I'm talking about? Like, make noises. But dude, there's some big dudes that you can't just let 100 pounds just down easy.
True.
You know what I mean? Like,
True.
So I think that's a dumb. I don't go to that gym, but I think that's a stupid rule.
Oh, it's dumb.
It's like, I don't know. It's so like, why? Like, I can't even fathom why. Like, who really thought that was a good idea?
I think they're trying to like market it to like the common person, like the common man, the common woman, which would make sense, especially with like females. I know a lot of girls get like. They kind of repudiate it and get kind of like turned away from like the big masculine like type of gyms where everybody's like, oh.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
I think that's what they're going for, and like I like the no judgment. I like all that, but like I don't know. At some point, like it's a gym, a gym. So,
bro, I don't know if you've been. Dude, there's some jack girls in most gyms too, though. You
true,
know what I mean?
True.
But yeah, I see what you mean with the like.
I like the common mom, like the little bit overweight, just trying to get back in shape, like.
Well, there's some juice heads in there just repping out hundreds. Like,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that, but still, like, I don't know, man. Isn't that kind of motivation too to see some like really strong or fit person in the gym and be like, damn,
true.
It makes you want to go harder.
That's how I see it, but I could see like I know a lot of girls that I've talked to. They're like they really like turned away by like that. Like they're like girls are like actually scared of the free weights, which to me it makes no sense. I don't understand what's intimidating about that whatsoever. But maybe the fact that they might be like getting stared at or something. I don't know.
There shouldn't be any intimidation at the gym. Everyone's in their own zone. I feel like when I'm at the gym, I don't even like hardly make eye contact with people. Like I'll do if I know them, I'll say hi. But like it's not like everyone's doing their own thing. Like
true.
I don't think anyone's thought. I've looked at someone and thought, what are they doing? But not like when they're doing normal, like in your normal stuff. Like I guess maybe that's why they're afraid of free weights, but. Just go for it. No one's gonna make fun of you.
Exactly.
Like you're in there. Everyone's in there for the same reason.
Like everybody's in there's to better themselves. So like I don't know. If you're gonna you really just can't allow other people to like turn like kind of like judge you and like make that like your reason not to work out. It kind of sounds like an excuse, but I totally get how some people could. I mean, because there are definitely people out there that are less or more insecure than you and I are. So I can't probably relate to them as much. But I don't know. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think a lot of people would agree that like you probably see on like Twitter and stuff like the big fat dude who's like decided to get in shape and lose a ton of weight. Like, I've seen like some people will make fun of them on like social media, and those people always get roasted because like that's just stupid. That's an antiquated way of thinking to be like to think that like somebody that's fat is you're gonna like belittle them just because they are trying to like better themselves. You should encourage that, right?
Exactly.
Not
You
make
might as
fun of
well,
them.
yeah. I mean, you're more than likely if you're like a fit person, you're going to work out. So why would you diss anyone trying to do the same thing you're doing?
True. If you're
Like-
dissing them, then you're insecure yourself.
Exactly.
I would argue.
Yeah. I completely agree with you. But, yeah, man, just gotta get in the gym. Once you get in a routine, it's easy. But getting in that routine is not always easy.
True.
But,
Which some people are trying to find their routine, so why try to bash them for that?
Exactly. You can't. Just let people do them.
True. Sometimes I always want to like go up to those people and like be like, hey, I just think it's awesome what you're doing. Like if you can like clearly tell that like somebody took some negative habits that maybe they were more obese that led them to be like fatter and more obese and less or more insecure.
Yeah.
That I kind of want to like walk up to them sometimes and be like, hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, would that be douchey?
Yeah, I think it would be douchey. Like, I was going to say, because, like, that can make them even more insecure. Like, they're like, you wouldn't go up to some dude that's, like, weighs 170 pounds and do that, you know what I mean?
True.
So, like, I don't know. They'd be like, wow, why are you showing me special? But I don't know, like, I would take it as a compliment, but some people might take it as a backhanded compliment. But,
Yeah. Like you're making fun of them or something.
Yeah, maybe, because they've taken that, like, heat before. I don't know, but I feel like, I don't know, that's a tough one. That's a person-by-person thing, so you never know. I'd probably just be like, put headphones in, keep my own still, but I don't know, showing motivation's never bad.
True.
Especially if it's genuine. Now, if he doesn't think you're genuine, then yeah, it could be bad.
Yeah. I guess the hard part is coming off as genuine whenever you're a stranger to that person. That's difficult.
Definitely.
What about if somebody's like doing like wrong form and they're like clearly
Hurt themselves?
Yeah, like they can mess themselves. Because I never want to be that guy that walks up to him and like hey, I want you to stop everything you're doing right now, because if you were to just tilt your rotating cuffs ever so slightly away from like a 83 degree angle to a 89.9 degree angle, you don't want to go the full 90 because 90 is not good enough, but just a little bit, you're gonna get more of your lactose dorsin. I don't know.
Dude. If you get it right, it's gonna sound good.
Yeah.
But like, they'll probably like think, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. In that situation, I'd probably go like talk to a guy who works there, and be like, hey man, this dude's about to pop, just throw his back out or something, dude, and it's gonna suck. So man,
True.
I don't know. It depends. Like, people ask me to spot him all the time. I'm like, yeah, sure. But I don't know if unless I thought someone was really gonna like actually hurt themselves, I probably wouldn't step in.
Yeah, I know people don't like to be told what to do, and I don't want to tell anybody how to live their lives. So
Exactly.
it's kind of difficult, like a weird situation. Like I want to be like nice and selfless and help you out because I know the right way to do it. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm in here because I'm imperfect, but I could help you out if you just like make it a little nuance in the way you're doing that so that you don't hurt yourself. But I don't want to be that guy that tells you to do it differently, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. That's a tough situation too, but I don't know. I think if you're seriously looking out for them, I feel like they'll like it. Like they'll like, thanks, man.
True.
But there's people that like work out at my gym that like try to taught me. Like I do like the same thing every time. I don't know if that's good enough. People like, we should try this. I'm like, all right, man. And then I'm like, no, I'm never gonna. I'm probably not gonna do that, man. But thanks. But like, I appreciate them talking to me. But like at the same time, I'm like, dude, like, come on.
Like you said, like everybody's in their own zone. Nobody likes to be bothered in the gym.
And you got to be like, what? What? And then you're like, yeah, man. And then you put it back in. They keep talking to you. I'm like, what? And I'm like, dang, man. Like, I'm stuck. I gotta talk to this person now. But I don't know. I have friends at the gym, but there's like certain people that like talk to me way too much. I'm like, god dang it.
Yeah. That's funny. Can you backflip?
Dude, I have tried to learn a backflip for like 2 years. No.
Really?
No, I have a backflip block.
That's how I am. Yeah, you stop like halfway. And...
Dude, I go like I could like sit there and say, okay, I'm gonna go straight back, and I'll go to the side and do like a corkscrew every time.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
I want to backflip and I try, but I always end up like going to my left or to my right.
True.
I never straight backflip. But why?
I literally woke up this morning, and I guess I like before going to bed like thought like, hey, I'm having Colby on tomorrow, like topics and. Literally first thought I had when I woke up this morning, first thought I had, I don't have wet dreams very often. I don't have wet dreams very often, but I've had 2 in my life that I can recall, and one happened to be last night.
Oh my god.
Where I hooked up with Amanda Cerny, if you know who that
is.
is.
Yeah, dude. She
Shout out, dude, that girl is a dime. She is gorgeous. She's beautiful. But that was my first thought. I was like, that just happened. And, but anyway, Then my second thought was, I know for a fact that Colby can backflip.
Damn.
You just look like the type that you could backflip.
Dude, I wish I could, man.
So you pretty much have disappointed me in every way today.
I'm so sorry. I can front flip's down, dude. Now I need to learn how to backflip. That's my goal for the end of the summer. I'm gonna learn how to backflip this summer. There we go.
It's hard.
I have a pool. I'll just keep practicing. One day I'll be like, dang, I can backflip now. I'm gonna try. If I learn how to backflip, I'll make a video.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm sorry, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think of pools when I think of backflip. I think of trampolines.
My neighbor has a trampoline.
There you go. You got both.
Yeah,
you got both. Wait, would you backflip into the pool like off the side? Or something? Okay.
Yeah.
But it's a good place to learn. I didn't think about that.
But I still, dude, I can't jump, man. I got like a 10-inch vertical. Not really, but like it's low, and I just can't get a full rotation. I've tried, man. I tried to learn how to backflip for 3 years. Can't do it.
I've heard it's way easier to learn when you're young.
Probably.
Because you think about it more like logically. Whenever you're like older, you're like, okay, I could snap my neck doing this. But everybody that can do backflips and do front flips both, they always say backflips easier. Everybody says that.
So, you know those like trampolines where they like put you in bungee cords and like you have a harness on? Have you ever, and you jump and you go?
Yeah.
Like you have like a safety harness on. Mm-hmm. So that was the first time I backflipped, was when I was in one of those, obviously, because you were like a million feet in the air. So I learned how to backflip, and then I couldn't front flip.
Really?
Yeah. So like for that short time that my brain taught my body how to backflip, I was like trying to front flip.
In exchange for...
Yes, like I learned to backflip, couldn't front flip.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, as soon as I got off that thing, I could front flip, couldn't backflip. Again. Yeah. But like while I was on it, I could not. I was like, dude, what is going on?
You were in a parallel universe!
That sound like, wow, dude. No, not really, but...
That's bizarre. Yeah. That is really weird.
Dude, it was super weird.
So I know how to do this skill suddenly, out of nowhere, but I forgot how to do this other skill.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And then as soon as I doubt you, I was like trying to flip right away, but the next time I tried to backflip, couldn't do it. But I could front flip again.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's super weird.
So,
I don't know.
Do you have any thoughts on vaping?
Well, yes, I do actually. I think it's stupid. I think you're giving yourself pneumonia.
I've never thought about that way.
Like, it's literally putting water vapor in your lungs for no reason. That's what pneumonia is. It's water vapor in your lungs.
I had it when I was younger. It's not fun.
It's not fun at all. You're like voluntarily giving yourself pneumonia.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not horrible. It's probably safer than smoking, but it's also probably not safer than smoking.
Yeah, we also know. Kind of the guinea pig generation.
It's too new. There's no way to know any of it. Like, if cigarettes just came out when vaping did, people wouldn't have lung cancer yet.
Right. True.
Like there's literally you can't study the long-term effects of vaping yet because there's not any. It hasn't been long enough.
True.
So we don't know. So it could be horrible for us. It could be worse than smoking. We don't know.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion on vaping.
It's not scary. Like we're completely ignorant, oblivious to what it is, and everybody's doing it.
I think we're the generation to kick smoking, but like with Juuls, dude. How many people do you know that Juul?
Everyone down in Missouri
State. That's how tobacco has like gotten our generation is
true.
Juuls and like the E stuff because dude, like it's the same thing. You're addicted. People that were not they like never dipped in high school, never smoked cigarettes, are now addicted to nicotine because of the Juul.
True.
It's kind of crazy.
It is bizarre.
I'm getting a call, but I'm not gonna answer.
That's funny because you good?
No, yeah, it's stupid. I get random calls all the time. Like this is like one of those, probably one trying to sell me something. But
Yeah,
all right.
those. Yeah, I got a lot of those a few weeks back.
Stupid. All right,
But not even worth our discussion. Fucking telemarketers.
Fuck guys.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I've never smoked a cigarette, never dipped, never done anything like tobacco related except for like doing a Juul. I've done a Juul in like normal vapes.
Yeah.
And I'm giving up on that shit. I'm
Yeah,
done with that shit because it's terrible. Like especially Juuls. I think Juuls are way worse for you because like for example, I've done vapes and I had a buddy who like pretty much was like my fourth roommate at a point. He came over for like 2 months straight, almost every day, and I'd always hit his vape whenever he came over because he generously like would let me like borrow it or whatever. And that really didn't negatively affect me as far as like cardio or anything like that. But I did a Juul the other day. And this is when I decided, like, whenever I was actually running the next morning, I was running and my lungs were like aching. And I'm like, this is not good for you. There's no way this is good for you. I'm like, I'm not doing that again. It's not worth it.
And it's so easy, like you literally plug it in and charge it. And like, okay, one thing that, so I have vaped before, obviously, like everyone's vaped. So you know those ones that had like 800 hits in it or whatever? They have a light at the end. I don't know, you used to be able to buy them at gas stations. Like they're literally, they run out and then you just have to throw it away. Like it's not like a super vape. It's just like
okay.
So it had 800 hits, and I would smoke one of those. We had all my friends bought them. We just turned 18. We were wanted to buy tobacco so we could. So we were vaping and driving around. We did that literally all weekend. That's all we do is vape and drive. We live in a small town, dude. There's nothing to do. So we vaped and drove around. I got in my car the other a couple of days or a day later or however many, and I didn't have that vape. And as soon as I got in my car and turned on drive, I was like, dude, I want to vape. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude, that's how people get addicted.
True.
Think about how many people have a Juul in their car, and they just hit it while they're driving. And
good point.
So, like, I don't know, so when it came to me, like, I wanted to vape when I was driving. I guarantee you people that Juul do it when they drive. I want to challenge, if you Juul, try to do it. Try not to Juul when you drive for, like, 3 days and see if you can.
Yeah, like,
or you'll think about it, yeah. I guarantee you.
I like that challenge, yeah.
That's 3 days. See if just don't Juul.
I'll double down on that challenge. Double down.
If you Juul. You can Juul outside, but try not to do it when you drive. If you regularly do it and drive. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
I bet you can't do it. I bet you're addicted to it. And
that's crazy. The temperate, dude, is like such an addictive thing because it becomes a habit too. Like, there's something like appeasing about like sucking in that vapor. And just getting that, like, besides the tobacco buzz, like, totally on another topic, just the pure, just sucking in and blowing out clouds. There's something, like, it's calming about that.
Yeah. It tastes good. Like, it makes you feel good.
True.
Like, there's nothing wrong with it except for it's killing you.
Besides that small thing.
And you can't stop doing it. Sorry.
Yeah, true.
Now you're hooked.
Yeah.
No, it's probably not as bad, but if I just feel like, especially recently, like juuling is way too popular, dude. Like people, dude, I was sitting at work. I work at a gym. I sit in this little windowsill, and I was just chilling. I was like, there was a lot of people there, so I couldn't clean the machines. I couldn't do anything, and I'm sitting there and I'm just kind of looking down, just chilling. And this kid's like, "Hey man," I was like, "What's up, dude?" And he goes, "You want to hear the Juul?" And I was like, looking around, I had my work shirt on. I was looking around. I was like, "No, dude, I'm good." I was like, "But thanks, I guess." And he's like, "Oh, you just look bored, man. I thought you wanted to hit a Juul." I'm like, "Dude, you're the last person I thought you would ever have a Juul. First off, are you even like this guy looked like he was like 15."
It probably doesn't even matter at that point.
Yeah, true. But I mean, still, yeah. I'm
That's
sure
a good point too. Nobody's gonna bust out a cigarette in the middle of like whatever gym you're at. Like, there's no way.
You could exhale it and like move your hand by like fan the smoke, and I guarantee you wouldn't even. And it smells good. It doesn't have like a cigarette stench.
True.
So like, it's just too easy.
I know if I was the type to like Juul, I would totally be the type to do it in public places.
Oh yeah,
I know I
all
would.
the time.
I know my personality. I don't care.
Exactly. I would do it all the time. That's one thing I like. All my friends chew. We live in a small town, so like they all play baseball. All my friends play baseball.
Right.
They all chew. I've put in one Red Man, it was like the long tobacco, in like the 9th grade because I don't know, because I didn't want to do like the stuff that made me buzz. It didn't make you buzz. It's literally just like I don't know, just tobacco in my mouth, just to play softball or whatever we were doing.
Uh-huh.
That was the only time I've ever dipped. But then they dip like crazy, dude.
Isn't that weird how, like, dipping has become part of baseball culture?
Yeah, it's super weird.
Like, that's
Dude,
it's
actually,
totally associated.
did you know that look this up. I think you get fined for dipping now, but if you played in the league when it was legal, your grandfather did. So like the rookies couldn't dip, but like Yachty could just play with a yomper in, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's okay. Look that up.
That would make sense because there would be a lot of like backlash if like this. Yeah, well, it's always been this way.
But think about the rookies that chew, like that. Now they have to get paid to chew because they get fined. But like your teammate could just sit there and have a lemon lomper and.
That kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So they can do it, they just get fined.
Yeah, I mean, because it looks bad for the MLB. Yeah, no, and then, dude, but like another kind of messed up thing about that is that, like, yes, dipping tobacco is bad, but like Busch Stadium, they're advertising for Bud Light, like the Bud Light, like the Blues Bud Light zone. They're like, you can't dip, man, but here's a drink.
Yeah, it is weird to see like what I mean, because tobacco is a drug. It's a drug.
Yeah.
It affects your mind. So like it's weird to think that like we were kind of covering this before, like the socially and legally accepted drugs that are allowed in society versus like what's not allowed. That is really wild. Because we were saying before, and I agree with you 100% with like alcohol. Like actually it is allowed in major leagues still.
It is?
It has been banned in the minor leagues since 1993 though. So that was before we were even born.
Okay, then maybe I was falsely informed. Okay, cool. That's good to know. But like, yeah, that would just piss me off. I feel like if the MLB fined for chew. Like if I made it to the MLB and I dipped, I'd want to keep dipping. Yeah,
true.
But yeah,
I guess it does make sense, the image and all that. Like if they were to consider like eliminating it.
Yep.
I guess a lot of aspects it does because kids are looking up to those people and whatnot, and I don't know, like they kind of want to mirror them and be like them.
Exactly, and you see them with the fat dip, and they're going to do the same thing. That's true. They are role models. They really are. But yeah, what you were talking about alcohol, I guess to elaborate, so say you smoke alcohol, right? Mm-hmm. And you don't drink it. It's illegal, and you smoke it. Okay. The effects of alcohol, like if you do too much.
So solely stating the facts of alcohol.
Yeah, like what
the effects. My apologies.
Of what it actually does to you. Say it's illegal. Say it's smoked, or not even smoked. Just however you do it. It doesn't matter. It's illegal though. You can drink it still. It's still illegal. Doesn't matter how you do it. Think about like what like Dare would talk about alcohol. Like you black out. You literally don't. You could potentially not remember what happened for like extended periods of time. You puke. You are violent. Like these are the extreme effects, obviously.
Right. But let's also state.
You can't talk. You can't walk.
I felt literally every effect you were talking about right now.
Yeah.
I felt every single one. And you probably have as well.
18-year-old kids have.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's so normal. Like people, literally so normal to drink alcohol. When you say drugs, and you don't call alcohol, you say drugs and alcohol.
But alcohol is a drug.
Yeah, why not just say drugs? Because that makes it accepted. I don't know. It's so like the effects are so crazy for how accepted it really is. Like if you really think about what alcohol is, if you don't look at it from like how people look at it now, it is crazy. And
look at it like everywhere. Objectively.
Yeah, like what it actually could potentially do to you. It's insane.
I guess
it is for me because like, dude, everyone has been to a bar and seen some dude literally, dude, think about.
And then you like try to help him out. Fuck you.
If he was like that and he was on meth, people would be like, oh my god, it's horrible.
True.
But it's alcohol, so it's okay. Like think about how fucked up that person is. Yeah, think about how fucked up that person is. I've been drunk. I can't walk.
Dude, I've had like I had to sober drive somebody one night who, actually a really cool guy. I won't say his name. You might actually know him, but He was like just very drunk, apparently caused a fight. He actually, whenever he was getting in my car when I picked him up, he had like fallen down and like hit his head. Mm-hmm. And he was just being a drunk asshole. And I know the guy like as a sober dude, he's a super genuine, nice guy. Like I really enjoy his company. But it brings out this like almost demonic, like mean side. Yeah. Like there was this night, this is one of my most shameful nights, and I felt so bad about this, but long story short, I ended up drinking a little bit too much, so I had too many drinks this night. And I get in the car with two people I'm not, like, necessarily friends with, but I wasn't, like, I was cool with them. I was cool with them, but, like, we weren't, like, tight. Long story short, they hazed me in the fraternity, but that's like, the main history I had with them. But besides that, we were cool. Like, we were friends. And I ended up, like, cussing, like, two of them out. And ever since then, I just, like the next morning, the amount of regret, the amount of guilt I felt from that was like, I'm like, I don't like this feeling of guilt. Therefore, if I do decide to consume alcohol, I need to do that in moderation. Yeah. Ever since then, I've been like I consume it moderately when I do drink, but when I don't drink very frequently whatsoever, because I feel like my thoughts are a lot more clear. I don't know. I just feel better. I just feel better all around. I never feel the effects of being hungover anymore. That sucks. I hate being hungover.
Hungover sucks. Yeah, I can completely agree. There's times where I wake up and I check my phone and I'm like, oh my God. And I was like, God, like why? Like why did I do that? Or like, did I really do that? Or like, I just won't remember conversations. That's crazy. Now, like I want to say, moderation, like if you don't abuse it like that, of course, it's going to be okay. But like the fact that it's so acceptable and it's that easy to abuse is just bizarre.
But I mean, you go to any bar, pretty much any given night, and you will see exactly what we're talking about. Like if there are at least 50 people at that bar, you'll see what we're talking about. And it's so like what we're talking about is not uncommon at all.
It's literally more common than not. I feel like.
True.
Every time you go out, dude, how many like people go to jail every night? You think because they're hammered, or like how many fights happen because of alcohol? Like I don't know. It's just. I don't know. I don't want to get super philosophical about it because it's probably annoying. People like I enjoy beer. I drink beer. Like I like alcohol. I don't think there's too much of an issue of it, but it's just people are so blind to what it like actually is.
True. When used in excess.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, of course. When used in excess, anything in moderation is fine.
Absolutely.
But
well, also going off of that, like you said, you felt a lot of regret. Like you said, the morning after you checked your phone, and you're like, oh, why did I do that? Why did I act that way? Like, to not be confident and to, like, regret your actions, that's going to produce a really shitty self-image.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, and I don't, and like, if I, like, yeah, you can meet a lot of people being drunk, but, like, I don't want to meet everybody when I'm drunk. You know what I mean? Like, it's very social, but at the same time, it's just not worth it. Dude, I could tell you a pretty funny story. The reason why I haven't drank a lot this summer is because my aunt lives in Alabama, and she was in town the other weekend, and they used to live here. Or not here, in St. Louis. They used to live in St. Louis. And all of their friends were all going out tonight, or like to a really fancy restaurant in my town. And I went to play golf, and I was drinking, and I started drinking at like noon. And it was probably 6 p.m. there. I didn't stop. I was hammered.
Oh, wow.
And then so I'm like literally borderline blacked out.
This is this summer?
Yeah, this was literally a couple months ago. I'm literally borderline blacked out in the car with my parents and my friends that have also been drinking. And to this dinner. And then we're going to get picked up by a friend, and we're about to go up and party at my other friend's house. But we get to the dinner, and we're there, and my aunts are friends with some like pretty rich people.
Okay.
And they're buying drinks after drinks after drinks. So I
and you're already
drinking,
like,
yeah. And they had something called a dirty. And at this point, dude, I don't remember anything. And I'm at dinner with my aunt, her partner, my fucking parents, and all my aunt's friends. There's like
so this is not people. A group you want to be like blacked out.
And my friend, and I'm blacked out. And then when I black out, dude, I start saying fuck. Like I'm just like being stupid, saying fuck a lot. My mom's sitting there like, oh my God. And my friends are calling me because they're supposed to pick us up. And so this all happens. I don't remember ordering food, dude. But like they brought me this dirty. And this is what threw me over the edge, dude. It was like all vodka. And this is after drinking like...
Your parents let you drink it?
Oh yeah, dude. They're like, take it slow. I was like... Whatever, I smoked it, dude. And the first thing that came out of my mouth is like, that tastes like the motherfucking ocean. Like, literally, I was like, dude. And then...
That's funny.
And then it just got progressively worse from that.
Tastes like the ocean.
Yeah, because it was super salty. I was like, I don't know, it was gross. But, like, supposedly, I kept saying the F word. I at one point, smoked a french fry. Like...
No.
Yeah, not for real, but like we're at this dinner picture. I don't remember this, dude. I literally don't remember this. I guess I ordered a cheeseburger because I got burger and fries. And I pick up the French fry, and I'm sitting there like acting like I'm smoking it. And then my dad, everyone started laughing at me. And then my mom's like, "All right, Cole, we gotta go." So she took me home. I'm pretty sure I puked at my house, and this is the first time puking since I've been back from Missouri State. And it was just so embarrassing. Like I learned all this the next morning. That's what I was talking about, regret. Like, I learned everything I did. I didn't even make it to my friend's house that we were supposed to go tonight. I literally left the dinner before I even ate my food because I was that drunk.
Wow.
And while that's a hilarious story and it was a good memory, like that sucked, man.
True. Well, like for what it, like you said, like viewing it for what it really is.
Yeah, they're encouraging it almost.
Like why is it so encouraging? And like my response whenever I hear that and how I respond for most people, and I do genuinely find it funny. It's not like I'm like faking the laughter, but like I find that funny.
It is funny.
Like why is that culturally funny? Why is it? If you tell anybody a blackout drunk story, like. You could tell them some fucked up shit, like, and you were drunk. Maybe not like necessarily like violence, but like, yo, the other day, I'll just make up a hypothetical story. The other day, I went over to this guy's house and I took a shit in the middle of his floor, and then I passed out for an hour. I woke up, there's still shit there, and I just left that house, and then I puked later. Like people find that funny, you know, like regardless of, but like if you really think of it like objectively, if you take the alcohol out of that situation, is it really funny? You're just being an asshole.
Yeah,
like,
true. No, even with that, like okay, say that same story, like you poop and sleep at someone's random house. If you took that out, and I'm gonna put the worst possible thing out there, and you say you were on meth, people don't find that funny. I think they're like, "What the heck, dude? Like you need help. Yeah, you need help, dude." When it's alcohol, they're like, "Yeah, dude." And like I would do the same thing though. I would be like, "Yeah, dude," but at the same time, be thinking like, "Dude, that's kind of like imagine living like whose house is that?"
True. Yeah, true.
It's not a real story, but like
nobody's thinking about the real consequences.
Yeah.
The consequences, man.
It's just completely out. Like alcohol just wipes it out. You just don't care. Same with like talking to people, like girls, dude. I'm drunk. I'm going to talk to that girl. If I'm sober, I'm gonna be like, I don't know. Like she could have I don't know. Like you know what I mean? Like. She could have a boyfriend or whatever it is.
Overthink it.
Yeah, but I'm alcohol. I'm going right up to her like, "What up, girl?" Like,
I think that's why it's so popular because it's such a social lubricant.
Yeah, and it's just been around forever, dude.
True.
Like you said that earlier, like off air.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just been around forever. But like
so ingrained in the culture.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and like another cool thing that while we're talking about alcohol, like Busch, like Budweiser, like whatever it is brewed in St. Louis. Mm-hmm. That family were outlaws when it was illegal, and now they're like praised.
Really?
Like think about that. Yeah, alcohol's only been legal since like 1930s.
Yeah, and
they were probably making the Bushes.
Wow, I never knew that.
Were probably making beer like way before the 1930s, and now they're like praised. Yeah, exactly. Isn't that crazy?
I've never heard.
And
that
everyone loved like, oh, thank God for Bud Light.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like,
Bud Light.
Yeah, exactly, just like that. And I don't know. And like the commercials around alcohol, they're like, drink this beer, you'll be the coolest guy in the world. Right. You know what I mean? It's
the
like
association.
Yeah, and then they're like, drink responsibly, because like
I guess what we're questioning is the like cultural perception of this drug, and why is it so culturally accepted? Because why is it so culturally accepted whenever there are so many bad things about it?
It's true.
And I guarantee we could find. Maybe not just as many, but a lot of awesome things about alcohol as well. Like there's
benefits. If you drink
absolutely.
a glass of wine a night, it's supposed to be healthy.
Right.
I mean,
just like the social benefit, like all the fun times you have with your friends, the bonding experience, the I don't know if you want to talk about the sex or the getting, like going, just having the confidence to go talk to the girl, like whatever it may be. That is a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely a lot of benefits, but people just ignore the disadvantages. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I just have, like recently, especially listening to Joe Rogan's podcast. He's like super philosophical about stuff like this, and he's had like I don't know if he's had one on alcohol, but like that's just something I've been thinking about recently, like drinking, like being 21. My parents are cool with drinking, obviously.
Right.
So like me, like literally being able to do it whenever or wherever I want is weird.
Yeah.
They just are so cool with it.
Yeah, it is wild.
And weird. It also, like, one last thing about alcohol. It's the only drug that we're, like, allowed to do. Like, that's so weird. Like technically,
Like
obviously
you turn
pharmaceuticals-
21.
Yeah, like the only drug we can legally buy, like from Walmart, is alcohol.
Yeah, true.
Like that's it. That's the only one they give us is alcohol. Why?
Yeah, that's it.
Like everything else is illegal but alcohol.
That's it. This isn't necessarily me praising other drugs, but like it's kind of a boring drug in my opinion. Like it's not like mentally stimulating or anything like that. I don't know.
I don't want. We don't have to get all into that, but like that's just weird to me that they offer that. Like it's so offered.
That's bizarre. That is bizarre.
It's like the only one. I mean, obviously you can go to the doctor and get prescribed stuff. That's drugs too, but.
So what you're saying is like that's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one we chose.
That people do.
Right.
That's it. Alcohol.
That's what I
drink it.
Yeah.
My dad loves whiskey, loves this beer, blah blah blah. That's the only one we get, man.
It's bizarre. Yeah. It's bizarre. I would say it's probably because, well, going back to the social lubricant, but I mean, as far as like because it's very common, like people our age, and it gets guys more confident, so they'll go talk to girls, and girls become, I guess you could say, I don't like throwing this word around, but like sluttier, or like, I don't want to say easier either, but like more likely to like have sex. Like that's probably a good way to say
They're more outgoing. They're
not
more
manipulative.
Yeah,
but
they lose their like well, we were talking about it earlier with alcohol. Like your judgment just goes right over your head.
Yeah, good point.
So
good point.
Girls would, you know what I mean? Might be like, oh, I don't know about this dude. Might want to say, oh, fuck it, I'm drunk.
Right, true.
You know what I mean? That's what.
Good point. It gives that excuse as well. Like if they really, whenever they're sober, they want to act that way. It gives them that excuse to let loose.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I can finally do it.
Especially like when girls go to college, dude. Like that's the first time that they're like not like super protected by their parents. More like on the average case. So like they have the free reign to do what they want. They get drunk. You can. Like, every girl, every person from college does it. So they probably just like it. They grow to like it. So I could see how it's very popular, but it's just weird. It's the only one.
True. Yeah. What would you like to share your LA gun story?
Oh, dude.
Because you kind of briefly touched. Well, you gave me the premise, but not the whole story.
Yeah.
And what you told me alone was absolutely bananas.
Yeah, dude. It was if my mom sees this, she hasn't heard the story yet, so that's funny. I told my dad, but I didn't tell my mom yet.
Will she see the podcast? Because we can.
I mean, no, dude, no. It's not.
Okay.
I don't care. Even if she sees it, I don't care.
Okay.
I just haven't told her. Like I'm not just gonna bring it up. Like that's just weird to bring up. But
True.
I'll definitely tell the story now. Okay, so my sister was playing in a volleyball tournament in Anaheim, California, which is basically Los Angeles. Like they're just two different cities, but like they're connected basically. And so LA is like an hour away, basically. But that's not that far in California. So I have a friend that I played like Little League sports with. We have a full podcast. It's like Moving to LA right after high school. That's the title of the podcast.
So he lives in LA?
Yeah, he lives in Los Angeles. He moved there after high school. He didn't go to college. He's trying to be an actor, doing all this stuff. If you want to learn more about Carter, watch my podcast. But so me and Carter met up, and we were driving around. We went hiking on Runyon Canyon. It was a great day. We drove around the hills, and then we went hiking on Runyon Canyon. I know I just said that earlier. Had the view of LA, Hollywood. You could see downtown, the ocean. All it was awesome. It was a great day. And I also was with two of my other friends that I met. I went to LA in February too, and for the borderline, I don't have to like explain a lot, but borderline is I have some friends in LA that we were also hanging out with. So it was me, Carter, and two of my other friends. Okay. And we just get done hiking from Runyon Canyon, and we're driving in Studio City, and Carter's driving. I'm in the back right seat. My friend Grip is in the front, and then I have my friend Ben sitting next to me. And we're driving. It's like a 4-lane traffic, like super busy street, and there's businesses on the side, and there's palm trees everywhere. I'm just taking it all in, like, wow, man, I'm in LA right now. Like, this is sweet. And all of a sudden, dude, there's this guy, and he had all tattoos. He was he was a Mexican guy. He had all tattoos.
It's like a real cholo.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know if that's. I don't know the term. I
don't think that's offensive.
I don't know if it is or not.
I'll just say this: if it is offensive, I didn't mean it offensively.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he was essentially your stereotypical like gang Mexican guy. It looked like at least he had tattoos. LA Dodgers jersey on that was completely unbuttoned. It just was a Dodgers jersey. And I'm just kind of chilling. They're just chilling on this building, and all of a sudden, the dude next to him, they start going like swinging, punching each other like hard. I was like, damn! I was sitting in the back of the car, like, holy shit!
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, I looked down because I was like, dude, I don't really want to watch this dude just get his ass beat real quick. I looked down at my phone, and I'm like, well, fuck, dude, I don't know, like, what should I do? So I look back up really quick, and I see this dude pull out a gun, like the guy who. Not the LA Dodgers guy, the other guy who was fighting him, pull out a gun, shoots him, and then it was like point blank, dude. It was super close. I'm probably good like 40 yards. I want to say 40 yards away from this, maybe not even. And so I see him take it. I'm like, holy fuck! And then all my friends, like everyone's slaying, like Carter slammed on his brakes. All my friends look over, and Carter, like I remember he grabbed the seat behind him, like where I was sitting. He goes, "Did that dude?" Was that a gunshot? And I was like, "Yeah, dude, that dude just got shot." And he fucking.
So he didn't witness it. You witnessed it.
No, I witnessed it. Yeah.
Okay.
I saw it.
Wow.
And it's like there's 2 lanes, right? Or 4 lanes. We're in the side with 2. He pulls over, like literally over, like on the curb, right next to it. And as soon as the guy shot, everyone ran, dude. Like there was probably like 10 people around him. Everyone ran. And the guy who got shot was like hobbling. There's a Taco Bell probably like 100 yards on the right. Okay, maybe not. I don't know how far it was. It was
right.
like, there's a Taco Bell at the end of the street.
Okay.
And he's running like limping. He's holding his side. He also has his hand in his other pocket.
Is he going to T-Bell?
Yeah, he goes to T-Bell. So
makes sense. I'd get some tacos if I just got shot.
Yeah, they're like, yeah. He's like, yeah, man, I want a cheese gordita crunch, please. Make it quick, because I'm like bleeding out.
real quick.
But no, so yeah, he walks in this Taco Bell. So I'm like Carter pulls over. Like I'm in back checking. I was like, dude, get the fuck out of here. I was like, I got shot. So, okay, fast forward, he's in Taco Bell. Carter finally pulls out, and he turns right on the other side of like Taco Bell was on the corner, and there's you could turn right and go to the other side of the Taco Bell. So he turns right over there and pulls over again. I'm like, dude,
get out!
Get the fuck out of here, dude. I was like, I'm not trying to get shot in LA. I gotta go to school on Monday.
Yeah.
And
got places to be.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I got class in a couple hours. No, for real. But so then he pulls over. He just ignored me, dude, and pulled back over. And then I was like, dude. But there was this all blacked out car.
It just wouldn't be my thought to pull over.
Yeah,
I don't think I would respond that way.
He was like gonna go like help or something. I was like, I mean, all props to you, man. But if I hear gunfire, I'm like getting out of there.
True.
So, but he doesn't. He pulls over, and there's a car in front of us, right? And it's a all blacked out car, the complete tinted windows, black everything, and the doors are like kind of open. So I thought it was the getaway car, like for the guy who just shot the other guy. And then I'm like, I know the guy's like at this point the guy's still in Taco Bell. He hasn't came out the other side, and it's kind of funny. There's a kid in a red shirt. He was like walking out with his food, and then like the guy who got shot like brushed him, like ran past him. He's like, "Oh my god!" Yeah. He's like, "Holy shit!" Because the dude was literally holding his like wound, and he had his other hand back here. I want to say it was on his gun. I don't know that for sure. I couldn't see a gun, but he had 2 hands on his right side.
Okay.
And we think it's the getaway car because the doors are like already open, so he's gonna hop in and they're gonna take off. Like 4 LAPD officers get out. They draw their weapons. They're like, "Get on the ground!"
To the guy that just shot.
Yeah, the guy that was holding his like side that walked out the other side of Taco Bell, and he's like in the grass. He's like,
"Wait, the guy that got shot?"
Yeah, the guy that got shot.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the cops were there, dude. They were already there. Like, honestly, I don't know if it was a sting operation. Like, I obviously have no idea what happened. But the dude, like, literally within not even 30 seconds, the cops were all there. Like, I feel like they knew it was gonna happen.
Wow.
And then they just like acted on it. But they arrested the guy, guns drawn. I was like, dude, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he pulled out of there, and then
that response time is really impressive.
Yeah, that's why I think it was a sting. Because there's no way.
What do you mean by sting?
Like, you know how like have you ever seen Cops? You ever watch Cops? Like the TV show.
Yeah.
So like they'll like be they'll be an undercover officer. They'll be like, "Hey man, you want to buy some weed?" And they like, as soon as you make the transaction, the cops come, and it's like a setup, basically. It's what a sting is. But I don't know if it was for drugs. I don't know what it was. It could have not been a sting.
They wouldn't shoot him, though. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, dude, they were
were
fighting. Like, it could have been, like, I don't know. Dude, this is all speculation. If it was a cop hitting them, or a cop, like, the cop was getting hit, that cop has every right to...
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, but, like, I don't think it was.
I think some people disagree, but yeah.
No, some people disagree. It depends on what it is, but the dude was getting his fucking ass beat, and there was, like, 10 people around him.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was weird, dude. It was crazy.
That's a wild story.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody get shot. So
I
just to see that fight alone was wild, and then somebody pulls a gun.
It was so weird. It was such a busy street, and then it's the most beautiful, like the mountains. You got palm trees everywhere, and you look out to the right, and this dude just fucking going at it, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. That's a crazy story I can seriously ever tell. That's the first time I've been gone public with it, but
I don't even know what to say. Honestly,
it was wild. The dude, obviously I don't know, but I guarantee he lived because the dude literally walked how far he got arrested, so I'm sure they rushed him to the hospital. If he would have died, I probably wouldn't even tell his story because that's fucked up.
It's out of respect for the guy.
But I don't think he did, so I'm comfortable telling it.
Well, you're just a witness, regardless
true.
of the outcome of his life.
And then the cops got behind us later, and I was like, dude, what if they pull us over and ask to talk about it? But it never happened. But I was like, dude, I don't know if I could sit there and talk. I don't want to tell that story. It was crazy as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then my dad picked me up that night, and he's like, how was it? I was like, oh, it was great. No, but other than that, honestly, it was scary at the time. It wasn't like I said, if that dude would have been laying on the street dead, I would have been scarred. I'm like, damn. But at the end of the day, I don't think it was that scary. But it was just funny when my dad picked me up. He's like, how was it? I was like, yeah, it was a great day.
Just casually say it to you.
Yeah.
Just
no, it's good. I'm tired. A little tired, but.
So I went hiking. Yeah. I got a burrito. I really enjoyed the company of my friends. Saw a guy got shot. Yeah. He's like, wait, what?
Yeah, what'd you say? Oh, yeah. It's LA. It's LA shit. No.
She's like, Dad, you just want to get it. It's LA. I'm LA. It's LA.
Yeah, I go here all the time. This is my second time being here.
This is my third time seeing somebody get shot in LA, Dad. Yeah. So calm down.
Come on, Dad. Where you at, dude? Where you been? No, that's funny.
Overall, did you like LA
though? Visiting, yeah, I would like for it to be close. But dude, it's way too hectic, chaotic, dude.
So it seems like
it's there's so many people. So like I said, if I could live in a neighborhood outside of in Orange County or north of LA, yeah, that'd be cool to have it within driving distance. But I would not want to live there full time. I think I would lose my mind. There's just too much going on, dude.
Right.
Every highway is rush hour traffic. It doesn't matter what time of day. And literally, it takes 45 minutes to get absolutely anywhere, and most of the time you gotta pay to park.
Right.
So and then you just cost I almost moved there actually, to go to school. Not I moved back to St. Louis now. But before I moved back to St. Louis, I tried to move to California. My credits didn't transfer. It was a big thing. But I was gonna have to pay $1,700 for a studio apartment. That's
per month,
dude. That's a monthly fee, and that's probably not with electric and everything. That's literally just the base.
I have a buddy living out there. He's training at the Art of Jiu-Jitsu, which is a jiu-jitsu school, arguably one of the best in the world. But he's actually been on this podcast talking about it. It's kind of cool. But he's apparently living with 6 or 7 guys in a studio apartment, and he's still paying I don't remember how much it was. It was affordable, but it was still a lot of money for they're cramming a ton of people in there just to afford it.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it. Like I said, I don't. It would be hard to live comfortably and go to college there.
Yeah,
it'd
true.
be very hard. So I wouldn't. I'm not ready to be out there right now. If I had an internship and a job, yeah, hell yeah. I'd do it. But no, dude, I don't think I could live comfortably right now.
I don't know what I'd think of it.
You've been to LA, haven't you?
I've been there one time, but I didn't get a full experience because I went out there with because I had 2 buddies that I made back at one of my old colleges, and one of those friends had passed away to suicide previously, so we pretty much spent the day seeing all the touristy stuff. With me and my Australian buddy went with my buddy from LA, so it was the 3 of us, and we did all the touristy stuff, saw the stuff in Hollywood. X, Y, and Z. I don't even remember exactly what we did. But after that, me and my buddy from LA left my buddy from Australia in LA, and then to do his own thing. And then me and him visited the mom of my friend who had passed away.
Oh damn, that's sweet.
Which that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. She made us authentic Mexican tacos because he was Hispanic.
Awesome, dude.
And then. Yeah, she was actually a widow already as well. So she lost her husband and her favorite son, which sucks. But and then the next morning we went to Venice Beach, which was dope.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Sweet.
But I didn't get a good feel for the city because I was very limited on the time. But Out of the 3 cities I went to, like in California, like San Diego, LA, and San Fran, LA was my least favorite.
Yeah, I've never been to San Diego or San Fran. I would like to go, but LA is just, there's a lot of like hype around it, and I can understand it, but it's also like kind of overhyped in a way. I feel like
I can see that.
the only like the most positive thing I could say about it, not being from there, is everything, or like especially for like stuff that kind of we want to do. That's where most of the work is. That being said, it's also way oversaturated, but I mean, you got it. That's where most of like the collaborations could happen. Obviously, I'm not saying there's not any here, but there's like an extended amount of people out there.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the only that's the best benefit I could probably say about LA. I wouldn't want to live there. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely the hub of the entertainment industry for the entire world. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, whether that be YouTube or anything.
Yeah, they're all trying to be in LA.
True.
I
agree. I feel like I don't have enough of an opinion about the city like at this point in time because I've only done touristy stuff there, so I really don't know. But yeah, I don't know what to think of it. But it seems cool, but I could see it being overrated as well.
What's your favorite city in the United States?
Favorite city I've been to would probably be, so I haven't been much to the East Coast, so I'm limited on that, but some favorites that come to mind, probably San Francisco is probably my favorite. I really liked San Francisco. It was very, very open-minded, very, I don't know, it just seemed...
Progressive, probably.
Yeah.
Like you probably don't have to grocery shop, like you can just order that shit. You know what I mean?
I can see that. I don't know if that was it.
That's like something they have, I'm pretty sure.
Really? Like through Amazon or something?
Yeah, they like order your groceries and then someone brings them to you.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know, it's just weird. Weird stuff like that are like already probably big out there. I don't know, it's just weird.
True.
It'll eventually make its way through.
I don't know what it was. I just really liked the city of San Francisco. I just found it really cool.
Oh, yeah.
San Diego's cool. Dallas, Denver.
Denver's a cool city.
Absolutely.
I like Denver. It's different.
Chicago's up there as well.
Dude, we live so close to Chicago. I've never been.
You gotta go.
I've never been to Chicago. I would like to.
One of my favorite things to do is rent bikes. They have these like blue bikes in Chicago, and I think it's like $13 for like 24 hours, and you just ride bikes around the city. It is so fucking fun.
That would be fun.
It is so. I don't know why I enjoy it so much, but like I literally just last time I was there like probably like 2-3 months ago, and I just rode bikes around the city for like 4 or 5 hours straight, and I was so like I would have kept going all day long.
Yeah.
Like I just love doing that.
That's sweet. That's so dope. Hell yeah, man. All right.
What's the worst name to name your child? Just off the top of your head.
Oh, damn. That's a hard one.
There are a lot of bad names out there.
There are.
So many to choose from.
Jesus, man. That's a tough question.
I guess you could come up with some, like, really abstract name.
Yeah.
Butt Muncher.
Dude, I don't know.
Butt Muncher 3000.
Butt Muncher, yeah, a horrible name. I'm trying to think of, like, a normal name that just sucks. Maybe, like, Dave. Like, that's so
Dave.
average, dude.
Yeah, you can put very average.
Sorry to all the Daves out there, but there's a million Daves, dude.
What about David?
I don't know. I feel like calling like a kid David sucks. Like, David's only cool when you're like 20 something, or like old, like an adult. You know what I mean? Like David's an adult name.
It's even biblical at the same time. Like David's been around for forever.
Yeah,
it's a common name.
Same with like a girl's name would be like Betsy. Like I would never name.
Oh, like the name sucks. Yeah, that name sucks.
If it's a girl, Betsy there's no way.
Is there like a old iconic thing that's like something with Betsy?
Is there a cartoon?
Betsy Boop?
Yeah, it's something Boop, dude. I don't know what it is.
We'll look up Betsy Boop.
But like, dude, if your name is Betsy and you're not 50 plus, dude.
Oh, her name's Betty Boop.
Betty Boop,
and she's kind of a whore.
She is, bro. From the little experience I have with Betty or watching Betty Boop, I can imagine she's a pretty big whore.
Yeah, I agree though. Betsy. It's just something really old about it.
Yeah, no way.
You know what old name I do like though is Marilyn.
Marilyn?
I kind of like that name.
I have a cousin named Marilyn.
Really?
Yeah. She's older though.
Maybe I'm biased because that Jeezy song.
Yeah.
I always. I can't get my voice that high.
That falsetto was way off.
Yeah. I literally was like trying to reach notes I used to be able to get. I think I hit puberty in the past few weeks.
Hey, shit happens, man. But
Just drink a little more coffee.
Yeah, that'll help. Dude, this coffee is good.
Mine's already got back to room temperature, so it's a little bitter.
Yeah, it's not bad though.
I'm actually out of topics.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, can I go pee real quick?
Yeah, totally.
All right, cool.
Do you want to call this quits, or is there anything else?
How long has this been?
You can't. Yeah, you can't even tell. On it, I used to. Maybe we could check on the computer how long the audio's been going. Looks about an hour and 10 minutes.
It's not bad. How long do you normally do your shows? We can talk about more shit.
Typically about an hour. Typically, but I also I'm so impartial, like how long we go. Whether that be just in general, I'm like super impartial about it. So, I mean, we can keep going if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, we've been going for a while.
Yeah.
I gotta pee, dude. I gotta pee.
Absolutely.
So
I try to piss too.
Can I just go out here? Is that cool?
Yeah, it's cool. Colby is currently about to go pee outside, so that's exciting. Well, he just put me in a really awkward situation. I don't really know what to talk about. See, I'm kind of just holding in my bladder right now, and yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what to talk about at all. Nothing comes to mind. I just feel I feel obligated right now to talk about something interesting, but nothing's coming to mind. So I feel like I'm just.
Your neighbor was outside.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is it the next door neighbor?
Yeah, she's way down the hill though. I don't think she's on.
Okay, good. Yeah, she kind of sucks.
That was funny though.
I'm not a fan of her.
I wasn't even like. I had to pee so bad, I didn't even care, man. I was going for it.
Yeah, no worries.
But damn, all right. What do you? I feel like okay. What have we covered so far? Let's recap.
We've talked about vaping, alcohol. We talked about our shared interest, our shared hobby of podcasting and creating video content. Everything is one road.
Yeah.
I have some. Can you backflip? Worst name to name your child? Thoughts? Well, what are some of your thoughts on college?
Oh yeah, we could talk about that. So I haven't had the best relationship with college, like personally. I have not had a very fun time. Just because I feel like I feel like it's so important for no reason. Like you have to do it to apply for most jobs. Like if I wanted to work for Red Bull tomorrow, like that would be incredible. I would work my ass off. Like I would get better and like learn or you know what I mean? I would learn on the job and like just continually do it. Because I mean, say if I was making videos for Red Bull, I can already do that. I'll obviously just get better. Like I would love to work there, but I can't because I have not completed something that I have to apply for that job. But like what I'm doing there, I could be like focusing my time more on doing creative stuff like podcasting, working on making videos. Like if it was up to me, I would make videos every day or like at least work every day like that in some way. Right. So like if I have to focus all my time on taking 15 credit hours, that's time taking away from me making videos. And yes, you can go to school for making videos, but I've learned more. I have learned some things for college, but first off, not X amount of dollars I've spent. I have not learned that much.
No, there's no
that much. You know what I mean?
No.
And I could learn more 2 hours sitting in my room, like trial and error or YouTube tutorials on how to like do this kind of stuff, rather than taking a class and like dedicating time that is, in my opinion, useless essentially.
Because everybody moves at their own pace.
Exactly. And I don't know, I just like the degree requirement's so normal. Like you have to have a degree to get most jobs.
Yeah.
Like you have to. So not everybody has to do it. So why does that even make anyone different? If I said, I would work so hard right now. Like I wish they would take me as a young 21, 22-year-old kid, like willing to work and grow like that way. Like if they saw how like much I wanted to work there, I wanted to like work for Red Bull, you know what I mean?
I think a little bit has to do with like they have like a plethora of options to choose from. Like I'm just seeing it from like their perspective. Maybe they have like a ton of people willing to put in that amount of energy and time and all of that. So then they make you like see if you're like actually committed to like getting a good career by going to college. Do you think that's what it is?
Yeah, yeah. Because honestly, who wouldn't want to work for Red Bull? I mean, some people wouldn't, but like that's an amazing job.
Right.
Like you can do some really cool stuff with that company.
Yeah.
Just because of their reputation, you know what I mean? So like I guess there is a lot of competition. And well, another way that is important for college is like the commitment. That's what jobs really want to see is you're committed. You're committed to starting something and you finished. You got your degree.
Yeah.
I don't even think they really care too much about what it's in. You could have a degree in like
that's what I see as well.
Like agriculture and get a business and like work at open a business or like work at some different company. You know what I mean? They just want to see that you've done it.
Yeah, true.
So I don't know. Like I said, you could never. One way my mom put it is that 4 years is going to happen whether you did it or not, so you might as well do it. And I was like, okay, I'll do it.
It's a weird concept.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't think, like, especially, it's a little bit different for, like, what we're into, but, like, for doctors, yeah, you should go to college. Now, do I think you need 8 years of it? No. You should really, maybe, like, because the first, like, 4 is basically, or 2, I guess, like, the gen eds and all that stuff, like, teach them what they really need to know, man.
Yeah, true.
Like, don't beat around the bush. That's just for money.
Yeah, with like nursing school,
Yeah.
good point.
Like,
very.
That's just asking for more money. That's the only reason why they do it.
And it's a total weed out process.
Mm-hmm.
With the medical field and specifically, but also like college as a whole, I feel like it's just a weed out process.
Yep.
Because I think like, there are a lot of people that don't even finish at all.
Yeah.
And honestly, the only reason I'm going to finish is because of my mom.
Yeah, that's the way.
To be honest, like my mom has helped me out immensely. Like,
dude.
Like a mentionable amount. I'm not saying she does my homework or anything, but like I just don't care enough to do a lot of the stuff, and my mom does it for me. And the fact that I have that option, like, not everybody does. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, my mom's the same way. I do not take that for granted at all.
No, not at
like,
all.
Like, honestly, if I did not have the parents that I do, I probably would not be in school right now.
I tell my mom that all the time.
I would have quit freshman year, 100%.
That's I'm like, I would have dropped out years ago if it weren't for you. I'm like, I'm just letting you know that, like, not to put any pressure on you or anything or put you in a bad situation, but like, 1, thank you, and 2, I don't necessarily want to be here. I'm here because you want me to go. Like, honestly, that's the hardest part about college is like you don't know if the benefits of getting that degree are actually going to be worth it until a few years from now.
It could not.
So it's kind of like I mean, you hear stories of people that like get good degrees and then do nothing with it, which I guess it comes down to your choice. Like, and we can make whatever we want with that degree, but I don't know. It just seems like a bunch of hula hoops you got to jump through in order to prove to the company you apply for that you're worthy.
And well, I mean, we're gonna work regardless. Like you are working. Like you make podcasts. You do like that could be your job.
Possibly.
So like, yes, you can get a degree, but that degree might not help you at all. Like you never know. You know what I mean? So it's a gamble, but we will not ever regret getting it. I don't think.
Yeah.
We could if we literally don't do anything with it, but I don't know, man. I think it's worth it. Because, like she said, 4 years and it's over.
True.
So once you get it, you'll never regret not getting it. Because if this ever, like, if videos or podcasts ever stop, we could get a job easily, or more easy. But then again, you're focusing those 4 years on that instead of this.
Right.
So I mean, you can do both, but it's not easy.
Yeah, true.
It's not easy at all.
It's a lot of extra work. It really is. You're totally right. It's like a side job. It really is.
Like I always tell people I have 3 jobs.
Yeah,
I make videos, I go to school, and I work.
Yeah.
Like, for real. So, I make time for fun too, obviously. But,
absolutely.
But it is work, man. It's hard.
Like
maybe it isn't like it's fun, but it's time consuming. Is what I'm trying to say. Like it eats up a lot of time.
Oh, you're saying you're saying like podcasting.
Yeah. It's not work. Like it's fun. I love doing it, but it is time consuming.
The way I see it is, it's like a hobby that could potentially make you money. That could potentially turn into a career.
This what we're doing right now is some people's jobs. Like people get paid to do this.
Yeah.
So
it's a great way to look at it.
Exactly.
Like the possibility is kind of it's like the fun like aspect that like and you're branding yourself. I feel like that's kind of important to some extent.
We're making something that someone could listen to and kind of like not enjoy, but I guess enjoy. You know, I guess that is a good word. Like. This will be once this is made, dude. This is made forever. This doesn't go anywhere unless you delete it.
I want to positively impact people's lives through this. Like I would, and one of my big goals with this is like people to look at like this right now and be like say 3 years down the road, like they they look at where I'm at 3 years down the road, and then they look at my first few episodes and like, wow, he's come so far. Like, I love the idea of that, like just making something out of nothing. And my mom keeps saying this, but she's like, you're kind of creating your own internship in a way. And I was like, yeah, like nothing against anybody with an internship or anything like that. I don't even know if you have an internship yourself. But my personal opinion is I am learning in so much more than anybody with an internship could possibly learn in so many aspects. Like, what do I stand for? What are some other benefits? Getting people to come on, that's not an easy task necessarily. Become more articulate. Like, I read a lot more because, like, I'm like, okay, I gotta fill my head with, like, good shit. You know, like, I gotta fill my head with, like, reasonable stuff. I'm trying to become more well-rounded. I'm better at networking. I have better contacts than ever. Like, I have more contacts than I ever have in my entire life. So there are a ton of benefits, and if like a future employer asked me about those benefits, I could sell them on it like easily, because I just tell them what I've been doing. And,
Exactly.
And like, yeah, I've grown a ton. And like you were saying, how you can learn more from like sitting on a laptop. Like, I've made this statement, and I'll make it again. And I made this statement like months ago, and I'll stick by it because I have. But I've learned more from doing this podcast than I have from 4 years of college so far.
Heck yeah.
I still got another year and a half, but I've learned way more.
Because you're willing to learn. You want to. Like, there's a difference. Like, I feel like college, at the beginning of college, like when it was just implemented, the people went because they wanted to learn more about what they wanted to study.
Right.
Not because they had to get a job.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now people have to go.
It's not a choice. It really isn't. If you want to be successful or you want to have a nice life in America,
on average, you have to get a degree, at least a 4-year. Honestly, now even a 4 year is kind of crazy because everyone fucking has a 4-year degree.
Yeah, true.
I don't know that for sure, but that's what my interpretation is that when it first started, the kids that went were the kids that wanted to go, not because they could.
Or they wanted to better themselves to the bare minimum. Yeah.
Because I tell you right now, I would not go to college if I lived back in the 1950s. I probably would not have went.
Like if it were less common.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go either.
Like literally everyone goes. Like, it's literally like in high school. It's implemented. Like, what are you going? You going to college or the Marines next year? Like, they never say, you gonna start a business next year? You gonna start a podcast next year? They're like, where are you going to college? I'm like, Missouri State. But I don't know.
It is a bizarre system.
It is. It's weird.
And also I tell my mom this too, but like, not to get super personal, super deep about this, but like me personally, and I'm only saying this because you might be able to relate whether you can or can't, but I don't know if the benefits will be worth it because I've experienced a lot of depression in result of college, and I'm not blaming my circumstances for like that, but I don't know, like it's some, like, happiness has been a lot more elusive ever since I've been in college for that exact reason, because I'm just like, I feel very, very pinned down, very trapped at this point in life. Like, I feel very restrained on what I want to do and what I want to get out of my life, and I feel like I have to stay in this one city doing the same stuff, and it's just very repetitive, very mundane, and very depressing, honestly. Like, I feel powerless. I feel like I don't have control of my own life, and I say that because I know I'm not the only one out there that feels this way.
I feel the same way.
It does feel powerless, right? Like,
yeah. Like, I mean, it's not horrible. Like, I have not swings, but like I have days where I'm like, fuck, dude. And then I have days where I just don't think about it. But those days where I say, fuck, dude, those days suck.
Those days suck.
They suck.
Which I think a lot of it comes in like down. We're probably just resisting I mean, ultimately we want to achieve this goal. We're just resisting the steps that are going to get there. But I guess I don't know if you want to take it from a philosophical route. Like, that's difficult to accept what it is.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, who knows? But that's another cool thing is we're probably going to we could look back on this in like 3 or 4 years and be like, dude, we were fucking dumb back then. Like, God, why were we so worried?
True.
But something that like kind of correlates to this, I watched in one of your YouTube videos, you said that like once you started the podcast, you just feel more accomplished. You feel like you have like, you know what I'm talking about? You've been feeling better since you started a podcast. Because you're creating, you're doing what you love. That's the same way with videos, dude. And I don't make videos or podcasts. When I don't make something for like months, I'm like, damn, man.
You don't have a creative outlet, a passionate creative outlet.
Yeah, I feel like something's missing.
Yeah.
dude, like literally making videos is just so like I love it. I don't know how to explain it, but I love it.
Exactly, and that's the bliss that everybody's looking for in life, and we just happen to share the same bliss. But like I don't know, I feel like I could not get through doing something I don't enjoy doing. For example, college or a job I don't like working or whatever it is. I couldn't do it without that passionate outlet. Like that is so important.
And that's why I don't like college, just because I'm so passionate about something that I have to put aside to do something that everybody else has to do.
Yeah, that is hard. That is really hard.
I mean, I guess like I'm just like everybody else. Like I'm no special, but I just love this so much that I would love to do that. And it's not my job yet, and that kind of pisses me off.
Yeah.
I guess doing college could make that my job, but I would rather me do it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then that's the risk aspect. Like we're kind of playing it safe while also taking the risk simultaneously.
I'm definitely playing it safe.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Like my friend Carter is going balls deep, dude. He's going in, and that's awesome. But I just couldn't do it right now. Like,
but you can always go balls in after college.
Yeah, see, that's why that 4 years is gonna happen. Whether
but the shitty part about that is like I would love to just focus all my time and energy once college is done, but I can't. Because I'm trapped.
Yeah.
I'm trapped with student debt.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. You have debt, and then you have to get debt. It is a big trap.
It is a trap, man. Like,
it's all a money trap, dude. You have to go, and then when you get out, you're going to have to get a job to pay off all this shit you just went through.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we're fucked.
Like, it really is like a multiple year trap. And I think, I don't, again, this might be something like 3 years down the road. I'm like, oh, I was so dumb for saying that. But I think a big part of it, I'm just saying, if I was trying to accomplish this from like somebody else who was in charge of all this, I don't want to say the elitist, but like somebody who kind of created this system, then what I would do is kind of try to beat the life out of people so they're more obedient. And I feel like a lot of people, I see them start to get beaten down a little bit by life, and I don't know. That's the one thing. I don't want to lose that spark I have, that passion I have for life and the excitement. And that's what college takes out of me, is the excitement to live.
Exactly.
And not to be dramatic, but my God, it's just, it's I don't know. It's a lot to deal with, in my opinion.
It is. I know exactly what you mean. I mean, I don't even know if mine's as serious as you, but like I still like I want to be doing this and I can't. It's literally just so frustrating. I don't know. I definitely feel, I know what you mean, 100%.
That's the only reason I even want a following. Like I sometimes I think I'm like I'll ask myself which I think is an important question to ask. Be like, am I a narcissist? Am I a narcissist? Am I just like self-obsessed and I just want to be famous? And then I'm like, no. I kind of question my value system, and I my answer on this, and I think I'm pretty honest with myself about like my answer to that question. I don't think it's that I'm a narcissist. I just think that it's just a necessity to do what you enjoy doing. Like if you get paid to have conversations like this constantly, just to have a conversation every day or whatever, and just book guests, and that's I'm not saying that's your only job, because ideally speaking, I would want to venture off and make other little side hobbies because I enjoy doing that shit. But I don't know, like if this could be one source of income for you and you could create that, then it all starts with an audience. So it's not even that I'm obsessed with getting famous or anything like that. I really don't care about that. It's more I'd like to be able to impact people's lives in a positive way on a mass scale that humanity's never been really available to access, like in the past. Like nobody's been able to positively impact people until like Elvis or Frank Sinatra, like people with like that status. So I don't know.
No, I know what you mean, and it not only that, but it gives you a voice. Like you have a public voice almost. So like your opinion matters in a way.
True.
Like, not saying anyone else's opinion doesn't, but your opinion at least reaches a lot more people. Like it gives you a platform.
True.
I don't think I would like having like I don't want like. It's weird to even talk about this, but like if I wouldn't want fans, or like I think I'd be weird. I would want people to enjoy my like content, but I would by no means want like a bunch of fans. I don't think
That'd be kind of bizarre.
Weird. Yeah, it'd be weird. I wouldn't want that. Even that word in general is just not. I just do not want that. But
I don't know what I think about that.
I want to like I would love for people to watch my stuff. Obviously, I make stuff. It takes a long time. Watch it. That'd be cool. Give me feedback. But at the same time, I would find it very hard to call another person a fan. You know what I mean?
I would enjoy doing that personally if I knew like my message was like, so let's two different people, like Logan Paul, for example. Like I actually don't dislike him as much as most people do, but a lot of people would say his message is very negative, or you could say like Lil Yachty, something like that. Like if I was promoting that message, me personally, what they're promoting, I think it's promoting a lot of ignorance and a lot of arrogance. I would not like to have fans in that aspect. I would hate that. But if I was somebody like Joe Rogan, who's promoting, like, I mean, he's positively impacting millions of people's lives, I would happily call people my fans if it came down to that. But
I think that's a different level, though.
It's a very different
like
type
Logan Paul's
of
a A-list celebrity, dude.
yeah, he really is.
Like that dude's an A. He's just as popular as. Like, he has millions.
He's popular as Justin Bieber or any of them, yeah.
I feel like in that situation, you call them fans. Because, dude, that's just a new level. But, like, I don't know. It would just be really weird to get used to. Not even if... I don't know if it's going to happen. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, cool. Like, I'm going to do it regardless. But it would be weird to get used to it, I feel like.
Yeah, it would be bizarre.
I don't know.
It would suck to like be like Logan Paul famous.
Oh yeah,
or like
you
Justin
can't go
Bieber
anywhere,
famous,
dude.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
Justin Bieber's don't care anymore though. I've been watching videos of like him just like paparazzi ask him to just be such a douchebag.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny.
That's how I would be.
Yeah,
honestly.
I'd be like, dude, come on now.
He's been dealing with that since he's like 13.
I couldn't imagine. He doesn't know any other life. Like he literally has never been able to go to the toy aisle.
Yeah.
Think about that, bro. He goes, like, he's 13 once he go. All right, I guess that's a little old. But, like, I don't know. You can't do so much. But
True.
At the same time, he lives a life that no one else does. So, you give or take. Everything has its negatives.
What do you think you'd be like if you could, like, get any girl you wanted? Like, if you were Justin Bieber, hypothetically speaking, you could pretty much get any girl you wanted. And I know a lot of girls out there like to say, like, oh, I think Justin Bieber's ugly or, like, whatever. But ultimately, if Justin Bieber, like, if he was, like, really trying to pursue you, like, you as a girl, then, like, you're gonna end up getting with them or something.
That'd be stupid to not if you're a girl in that situation.
Yeah.
But how would I feel about that? I wouldn't like. Why would I mind that?
But like, how would you respond? Do you think, like long term, like?
I would want. I wouldn't like. I'd probably like have to talk to her and know her for a little bit. Just cause, like, if she's into me just for, like, that, for, like, the money and everything, then no, fuck no, then see ya. But, like, if she's actually funny and cool and, like, I can have a fun time with her, like, spend an actual good day with her, you know, then, yeah, 100% I would pursue it.
Because I feel like a lot of guys, they would say, like, if they could get any girl they wanted like that, they'd just be like, oh, just, like, constant sex.
I don't think I would.
Like, I maybe for a little bit, but, like, hey, my point of bringing up that question, because I was thinking about this the other day, I think that would get very lackluster. Like, to be able to be like meet a girl and bring her back, and then you don't have any connection. I think it's interesting because that kind of begs the question, like, what do you value once looks don't matter? Once you can get any girl as far as physical appearance is concerned, like, what do you value at that point? And really all that matters is a genuine, real connection. Because, I don't know, I think I would agree with you on that. Like, I'm totally the type of guy, like, I've never really... I think it's mainly because there are so many, like, airheads that are beautiful. Like, beautiful women that are just straight airheads. Like,
it looks only matters to a certain point. Like, obviously, it's the first thing you're going to, like, go for. Look at. But if she... Like, the personality is so important. Like, dude, I just don't want to spend, like, time with people that I can't relate to, or
you can't
like,
connect with.
Yeah, like, why would you want to do that?
True.
Like, you have to spend time with that person. You might as well enjoy it.
That's such a good point.
I don't know.
Do you think that's a big part of maturity, like being a guy specifically? Because I feel like whenever you're like a young little boy, like it's like all like about being like the, I don't know, you're like young, horny, and you're like
slaying.
Yeah, like I mean, there was a time in my life where like I didn't really want anything like anything serious or any real connection. Like I was just. But then I kind of experienced what that life is like, and I don't really, I crave a real connection with somebody. I don't really crave like the sex or anything like that.
You know, when it comes down to it, that's the same. Same with me. I just like you need like I could not spend my day with someone that's annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I have to be. I mean, if they're annoying, that's fine, but not constantly. You know what I mean? Like I'd have to enjoy the time I spend because I am spending. That's you know what I mean. That's just time that I don't get back, and why would I want to spend it with someone that I don't really?
Because I think we've all been like in the. I know I have, and I know a lot of guys have. I'm not making any assumptions about you, but I think we've all been in the position that like we want to get with a girl. She's out at the club, so you're just like flirting with her. You're not feeling like who she is as a person at all, but you're like saying stuff to like.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're looking for that end result in the night. You're kind of forcing a connection, but you know while you're going about this that this girl kind of bores me, or
Already,
I don't know. Like you could say negative things about it. I'm not going to, but whatever. Like this girl I would never see myself settling down with. Is a better way. So you're kind of like bullshitting her just to like get in her pants. Like I lost interest in that a while ago. And
Yeah,
it just gets really boring.
I mean, there's obviously a time for that. Every dude's gonna have that time where they're just trying, don't care. But like you said, it's old. We're not even that old, but we at least realize that already.
True.
Like there's a time for it. It's like you said, you got over it really quick. So
I think it's a maturity thing, but
exactly.
it's just empty. It's empty. Because even if you do get the result you want, it's empty still.
Exactly.
You wake up the next morning, it's even more empty. It's like,
fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh, one thing we can talk about again, just we briefly talked about earlier, is the Joe Rogan podcast and how it's like revolutionized podcasts in general. Like seriously, I guess to start it off, like I just got done today actually with a class that I was taking this summer, and it was like a design class, so I was just really drawing a bunch of stuff. So while I had to like ink my image or whatever, I would just put in headphones and listen to Joe Rogan, and it was just the highlights on YouTube. Like they'd be like anywhere from like a 6-minute to a 30-minute clip of just them talking about whatever. And over like the 6-week course, I've learned so much from that guy. Like that dude, he's just the way he's very philosophical without being too weird about it. He's not standard. He like looks at things from how they really should be rather than what they are. I don't know. He like puts different perspectives out there that I've never really thought about before. I don't really know.
Very objective thinker.
Yes. And he's not conservative and he's not liberal. He's like a mixture of both. And I feel like, I guess I am too. I don't know. I just connect. Like his podcast is great, dude.
I agree. I like his political stance as well. Because I'm the same way. I think parties are bullshit.
Yeah.
They're stupid.
Yeah.
That is, I agree.
They're overrated, dude.
He challenges your way of thinking, and he makes
does.
you think differently about things.
And it's like about I guess for me at least, it's relatable things, like something or interesting topics, not something that like I could care less about. So I don't know. Like he always has great guests too, man. And even when he doesn't have guests, he's got Joey Diaz on there, and that dude's hilarious. That dude's life has been insane.
I don't know much about him, but I like him.
Dude, he's just. I think it was. Dude, I don't even want to say, but like he might have been. I know he had like I don't know if he had mob ties. He was born in the mob. He has something like crazy.
Oh really?
Crazy shit, yeah. From like when he was young. He's not like that anymore, but
right.
I don't know. He's told some stories, and he's hilarious.
Wow, yeah, Joey Diaz is cool.
But yeah, you like the Joe Rogan podcast, and you've probably been a fan longer than me. I know we had that in common, so I wanted to discuss that.
Yeah, I've probably been listening for like a year and a half, and well, it's funny that we have that weird thing in relation because you said you would graphic design, you would just like scribble in and you paint basically, and I literally went through a phase where I like got obsessed with painting, and I would just paint and just listen to Joe Rogan. Then that was like what I did.
That's crazy.
I actually painted the Joe Rogan Experience, and excuse me, it was probably my best painting. Honestly,
Really?
I'll show you it after this.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But I'm gonna post it on Instagram soon. Follow me, bitches. But yeah, I like how he views things objectively. I like how he sees people as people too, because I think a lot of people don't really see people as people. They see him as like social status, like in a very superficial light, and he's not like that. He treats everybody the same. I like that.
He does.
There's something I like how he's not afraid to disagree, because I used to almost be like scared of disagreeing. Maybe not scared, but
It's uncomfortable to have a different opinion.
true.
So I know what you mean.
Some people might interpret that as like impolite, but it's not impolite.
Mm-hmm.
It's no, just like that's I like when people disagree with me, because it challenges my own like perception of the world, or my own opinions or beliefs or whatever it may
makes
be.
you think. And people who don't like disagreements, or like don't like to hear what other people have to say, like theories or whatever, those people are closed-minded. Like, how would you not want to at least think like about that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Obviously, we don't know if God's real or not. No one can tell. But like, there are some people that just straight up believe or straight up don't. I'm like, why would you not want to challenge? Like, and if you even try to change your opinion, they don't want you to. I'm like, what? Like, why would you not even listen? Like, I'm not saying he is or isn't. I'm just like, why would you not listen to an argument about that? Cause
Dude, I talked to this girl at the beginning of the year. I told her I was agnostic, and
wait, what does that mean?
Agnostic is basically pretty much exactly what you're saying. Like, you just don't know what to believe.
Okay.
And my reasoning behind that claim is, or that I guess belief, is that I don't think that with my limited human mind I could fully comprehend what the divine, what God is. You know, I just don't think I'm smart enough to comprehend that. Therefore, I'm always going to be agnostic, and I'll always be open to like anybody's interpretation of religion, but I'm pretty much set on being agnostic. And I do favor certain beliefs more than others, but this girl that I talked to was very Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this girl would not, like, she like told me, well, I don't know, she like picked me up intentionally. This is bizarre, dude. She picked me up intentionally on a night that I was drinking, and fortunately I wasn't like too drunk, because like I said, I drink in moderation now, but she picked me up intentionally when I was drinking and had like a list of things, not like an actual physical list, but a mental list of like bullet points in her head of things that she disagreed with that she had listened to on my podcast. Dude, it was weird. It was really bizarre.
Weird. Yeah, it's odd.
And yeah, she just like, I don't know. It was.
Did you just have like a brief conversation? You're like, wait, hold on.
No, it was like a multiple hour conversation. She's like, well, why are you agnostic? And then she's like, well, I heard you don't believe in hell, and personally, I don't believe in hell. Yeah. But she's like, well, you're wrong, and I'm like, how are you to tell me that I'm wrong?
No one knows.
Nobody knows.
Yeah. Do you know how like they've talked about this on Joe Rogan before? You know how many like times the Bible has been translated, and like, have you ever played Telephone?
It is a game of telephone.
You know what I mean? The ending of Telephone never works out, dude. So we don't know. Like, no one knows, dude. Literally nobody knows. You can't argue one way or the other.
True.
That's why you have to be super open-minded about it, and you can't. Like, I never get mad at someone that like some people get mad. I'm like, dude, don't get mad because you think you don't know either, dude. So.
It's because their personality is tied into their beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
That is a mistake every time, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that belief is a mistake. But that's another thing, is like Joe Rogan's able to view things objectively and open-mindedly.
Mm-hmm.
And
his opinion is usually informed, and at least it seems educated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, every time he like talks about, like, he might not actually know too much about the topic, but the way he like schedules the words makes it an engaging conversation, and it seems like he's legitimate. So, I mean, I just think his podcast is great.
It's fantastic.
You can learn a lot.
Absolutely.
And the way he thinks, I don't know, maybe it's just being a dude, I can relate to him because he's a dude too, but it's just, I don't know, super relatable. It's just weird. I don't know. It'd be a dream to be on his podcast.
No,
Could you imagine?
That'd be awesome.
It'd be so crazy.
Culture he created.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
incredible.
podcasting. He did like father podcasting. This is a weird medium or whatever. It's so new. We're on this is like technically a radio talk show that we can just have in your basement.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and anyone can do it.
This is what I see too.
People, so many people, like, I highly recommend starting a podcast because it's not hard.
Man, it's really not. It's really not. It's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Like going off of that, like, it's the only time in history you could ever start a radio broadcasting site, basically, like, platform, just in your basement.
Anywhere.
Just with a little technology.
Half of the podcast with Carter was filmed in his car on the freeway in Los Angeles.
No way.
Yeah, I record like half, so like 60, like I think it's like 30 something. No, it's I don't know how long it is, but the first 16 minutes is all like shitty audio, and then we finally stopped and recorded the last. But yeah, like
That's
so
funny.
like there's I was like, dude, we've been trying to film this podcast all day. We saw some crazy shit. We still got to film this podcast, or record this podcast. So we did it on the way down.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, that's my point. Is you can do it anywhere. Anyone can start. We're in a basement right now.
Need a phone.
You need a phone. You don't even need the camera. All you need is an audio device, and you can just sit there and talk. And it's all you just talk, man. It's fun. It's a good time.
And you learn about a lot about, and you strengthen relationships. Like I've enjoyed your company today. We haven't seen each other for a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I haven't seen you for at least a semester and a half.
Yeah.
It's been
probably about 6 months, right? Before today.
Yeah.
So it strengthens old friendship. Like
Exactly.
you get to like connect with somebody. Like how often do you sit down with especially in today's day and age, how often do you sit down with the only goal is to have a good conversation?
Yeah, dude, I haven't checked my phone.
Exactly. So
maybe one time only because it was buzzing. I got
you got that telemarketer call. Yeah.
Exactly. So like, I don't know. It's been great. I literally dude. We spent way too much time on our phones.
Yeah, exactly.
I do. I really do.
I've been accepting that lately. I've been trying to cut that time out and fill it in with reading. But yeah, you don't make that goal a lot to sit down and enjoy a conversation. So it's special too. It's special, and you can learn a lot.
You learn a lot. You are creating something. I don't know. It's just all around. It's awesome. I don't know. Like there's not. I don't know why everyone doesn't have one.
Yeah.
That's the way.
And the aspect that there's no way to lose.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like the only way you could say it's losing is if there's a lack of view count, which who gives a fuck? Like you're still winning because like you're building new relationships or strengthening old relationships. You're having awesome conversations on a daily basis. Like I know I crave that connection with people.
Exactly.
You're leaving your comfort zone to have different guests on. There's just so many benefits.
There's so many benefits to podcasting, man. Everyone
Absolutely.
should have one. There's no L's. Podcast taking no L's.
Yeah. No L's.
Funny. That's hilarious. But yeah, dude, they're a good time.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know, man. I think we've covered a lot. It's been a solid hour and a half, I think.
Yeah, true.
Maybe if not, then
Hey, I think I'm gonna guess even longer. I'm guessing hour 40. Hour 47.
Damn.
At least on here, it's probably gonna be
It'll
different.
probably cut down a little bit. We'll cut some stuff out.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a good show, man.
Well, are there any last thoughts? Anything else?
Not much. It's been a fun time, man. It was definitely worth the trip up here.
Hell yeah.
We're definitely gonna have to do this again. And,
Absolutely.
I hope if you made it this far, thank you.
Yeah.
So that's always. But hey, if you made it this far, tell us because that's always good to know. Like
Good point.
I love hearing feedback. Like that's literally why, or at least one of the reasons why people make stuff is to hear feedback. So you made it this far, let us know.
Hopefully we challenged your thinking a little bit. Hopefully we made you smile a little bit. Hopefully made you laugh at some points. And hopefully maybe even blew your mind or introduced you to a new perspective on something. I don't know.
Exactly. Hope you don't get mad at us either because I didn't try to make anybody mad. I don't think we did, but who knows. But, all right, dude.
Cool.
Thank you again for having me.
Yeah, hell yeah. Cool. Press stop on here.
All right.
Bye.